All right. Now we've probably come to the part all of you want to hear. How our relationship started with the multiverse. You know, kind of a big deal, principally these past weeks. On the 20th of August in 1989, a strange man from another dimension, hiding from a war, came. We thought he was crazy, but we were wrong when he attacked us with his intelligence. Well, the problem is he was not that smart, as we thought, because he left some things that, for us, some remnants of his technology, so we could replicate it. Well, all we know is that his name was Silver, and that he smelled, unquote, like shit. Well, that's how the police described him. But who knows? We know very little, honestly, about him. We don't even know if he's still alive. And people weren't that happy with, well, a strange man just casually invading our dimension and attacking people. They weren't happy. And it might bringing, well, this threat that he was so feared about. He feared so much to this dimension. So people weren't happy with him. And when we were able to recreate portals, we went immediately after him. Which, fun fact, he even freed two criminals from to another universes. What two criminals that were in the prison with him. One that was named Cagliostro, who was in jail because apparently, unquote, killed someone because of a ship, and well, to summarize it went really wrong. The ships were never really found, as they were located beyond everything we knew. The leader went after them and was never seen again. Some say that they were like across the multiverse, but like not across the multiverse, like in a place like between the multiverse, like in one of the middle of nowheres, or they just straight up died. Well, but they were alive for a while. The last thing we got from communication was a prophecy and a strange image of a triangle, which fits right perfect with this deity that people used to worship back in the day. Well, we don't know what this could mean or could have meant. We don't know if it was a warning, it's definitely a warning, but we don't know if it might happen in the future, or if it already did. But that's already in conspiracy theory territory. I only speak the facts. If they weren't whitewashed in the past, and I'm only speaking what the winner is saying so they could look better. Let's start with what's everyone interested. The second military comp, where shit got real. It was finalized, ended fucking finally 5 years ago. It started right after the other one, with a new leader, Michael, and his best friend slash best anything in the job, Captain Bellows. Captain Bellows was one of the best soldiers. Like, he led multiple missions and ideas. One of them was the false capture of the serial killer William Afton, who was secretly recruited by Michael himself to experiment and create super soldiers. Not making this shit up. It's factual details over here. Hey, it's even speculated that our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man has some connection with these experiments, because it kind of fits the timeline where he started acting as a hero when everything started. But back to the facts. In 97, there was an attack on the base orchestrated by someone from the inside. We don't know who is it since today. But we all know that it led to Captain Bellows going into a coma and being replaced by Looney Noceta, who was immediately ordered by Michael himself to go to the multiverse and get other villains for revenge, make even stronger soldiers. But here's the thing, Michael was slowly going to insanity because his opponent, the Blue Blur, was defeated anyone that he would send. And other soldiers took the opportunity of him not that paying attention that much to the army and ran away, started a new life throughout the multiverse. In his last attempt, basically, he went after the guy himself. But in his impatience, when he was trying to open a portal, it broke. And everything that was inside of the castle, outside of the cat. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that the cat, the base was not named base; it was named castle for some reason. But anyways, it broke. The portal broke, and it went immediately to the void. And we all assume he's just dead. We never got a signal or anything. Absolutely radio silence comparing to even the past incident. Some say that Alceta herself was working with this person to end Michael's reign, which is very likely since she's been missing for years. Never talked about the guy or the person, the folk. I don't even know its gender. The Blue Blur, and she was in the castle that day. Not only that, the last time she was seen, she was messing with the portal for some reason, unspecified reason. But let's go to the ending. Captain Bellows had woken from a coma 1 month ago and was murdered by something in the same week. His tomb is located next to the museum, basically over there, you know. So anyone who's interested to go there and see the guy's tomb, go. And yeah, there's nothing else. The PP Man army was defeated, and there's nothing else left. It was basically broken to its core. If you guys are interested in a book for this, I recommend a book by Benjamin Parker, one of the soldiers, that is called The Third Party Member, which he might have discovered of the possibility of a third party member that also was, ruling everything, aside with Michael and Bellows, named the Doctor. They say that they only have seen the third party member through computer screens and robot screens when Michael was heavily injured by the attack. And it's a fact that other members, when interrogated, do say, like all the other soldiers do say when interrogated, say that there was as help from the Doctor, but none of them never said who he was. But Benjamin describes him as being a rabbit-looking person with green skin and like purple eyes. But it was never deeply confirmed, but it's a heavy possibility. But that's already over. If he exists or not, if they were really planning to come back, they would have already did that. But now let's go to the other side of the museum, where we'll talk about the history of homosexual school. Fuck. Okay. Apparently, I'm obligated to not talk about gay school. So let's talk about another thing that also involves child murder, and it's also convoluted as hell. Let's talk about the sad serial killer I talked about that the PP-Man army quote captured. Let's talk about him. All right. So before everything about the PP-Man army, He used to be a father of like 3 children. No one knows where's Miss Afton. Nobody fucking acknowledges Miss Afton for some reason. But forget that. Before he actually officially started becoming a serial killer, he went to his older son Michael, not to be confused with dictator Michael, and said exactly this to him, not joking.
Hey, Mike, can you do your old man a little favor? Well, you see, I want to show Elizabeth something I made for her. But, do you know how Chris is always stuck with her and all? Can you get him and shove him inside Fredbear's fucking mouth? If you don't do it, I will literally program Spring Bonnie to literally out you off the goddamn closet and show you how much of a raging homosexual you are for the whole pizzeria if you don't do this. And remember, it's the fucking 80s.
And basically given a threat because one thing you guys need to understand, even though we used to have a gay school, homophobia was still very present. Like, heck, the whole reason why the gay school even needs to exist is because straight up homophobia. Because people used to think that like gay people were like a whole new fucking species for some reason. So like, yeah. So Michael didn't want to get outed in front of everyone. He did it, and Chris is fucking dead because of that. He dies. He straight up fucking dies and becomes a wanted criminal. So going back to the worst father ever, he makes a robot named Circus Baby, which is his first experiment. Because here's the thing, Baby was a really powerful and intelligent robot, but she would only work if there was energy. And he used his own daughter as a fucking energy source for his killer robot that some even speculate as roaming the streets since the day. Or no, we just know that Elizabeth is inside of her because William was a smartass and thought recording him committing a crime was a good idea. So yes, but we don't know what happened to Baby. All we know is that he saw this as a success and just straight up started doing this with other children, with other robots in the company. And started doing a lot of experiments, some named remnants of Fazgoo, and other shit, like some really random shit. And that's when like the whole capturing comes, and yeah, nobody knows what happened to most of his children. All we know is that Michael's probably like the only one alive. Yeah, then he was like captured. He started doing his shit experiments and all. Some went really well, some went really shitty, and etc. etc. And remember when I said like the base was attacked and Bells went to a coma and all that shit? Yeah, here's a fun detail. No one knows what happened to him because his body was never found. Like, where he was, it was impossible to him to get out or like go away or like survive. And he like never, he didn't even know where the fuck the exit was. All we know, he just went missing. So like, he could easily be alive since the day. Heck, he could easily be the third party member that we all speculate. Nobody knows what happened to the guy. Or he could be secretly working with the Illuminati and he's hidden all over yet. He became a fucking deity because fuck you for some reason. Am I right, Asgore? I see you in the crowd. Stop it. The fourth one already.